So I'm talking to my friends, and we're discussing the transsexual epidemic. What I mean by that is, lately there have been a lot of pictures posted, there have been a lot of comments made regarding transsexuals and their preferences, which is totally fine. If you want to change your sex from man to woman or from woman to man, do what you feel is necessary. That's your call. Where I have a problem with it is when you take an action like that and then you automatically assume that role as if you were born a man or a woman. Because when you think that way, then you are no longer obliged to tell your partner, whoever your partner may be, that you were once something else. Which is completely wrong. I'm sorry, there's no way to cut it to where that scenario does not come out with you being the bad guy or girl. Some of you might be crying about your right to privacy. Your right to privacy does not take precedent over someone else's right to full disclosure. I bring this up is because I saw a picture on Twitter that said not wanting to date a trans is transphobic. That's not transphobic, you fucking idiot. That's whoever it is knowing what the fuck they like. If I like women, I like women. I don't want a woman that has a dick or had a dick. Same way, if you like men and you're a girl, you don't want to date a chick that looks like a chick but has transferred herself from a man. To me, transphobia would be me being afraid of you or me not liking you because you're a trans. It has nothing to do with my physical attraction for you, idiot. Sometimes I just want to grab some of y'all by the face and say, read a book. Get up a fucking dictionary and look up the definitions of some of these words. I didn't even look that up. But I guarantee you I'm right about it. Because I'm not a fucking idiot. And I challenge some of you who are on social media. Think before you post so you don't sound like a fucking idiot. What I really wonder though, the question I have for everybody else is, what action would you take if you were deceived in such a manner? I mean, a lot of people will go off the handle and turn it into a hate crime, which is unfortunate. It shouldn't turn that way. I'm wondering if there's a legal action you could take though. Because as we know, sex is based off of consent. How can I consent to sex with you if I don't know all the details? It's like you having HIV and not telling the person you slept with that you have HIV. There's certain things that you just have to tell people before you lay down in the bed with them. That would be one of them. Because no matter how much surgery you had done, no matter how pretty you wind up looking, and some transsexuals wind up looking very beautiful, whether they're a man or a woman, it's still your responsibility. You still will want something else. And it's your responsibility to tell your partner. Because what if you are a guy that changed into a girl and y'all motherfuckers get married and he's just trying to have this baby and it just don't happen, and you go to the doctor one day and he find out? How about that? So like I said, there's nothing wrong with changing into who you feel more comfortable to be, but you also have to make your partner feel comfortable with that. And if they're not, you're tricking them. So please get your damn shit together. Please don't let me see no more shit like this on Twitter, because I will call you out, I will tag you in it, and motherfuckers will see you. Be smart. Sometimes I really think people just come up with titles and they morph the definition to best fit how they feel. Transphobia. Do you, nigga, please. That's the problem. So many different groups, black people, white people, the gays, the trans, the religious groups, will be so quick to cry wolf on something. And it really don't be anything. But when it's actually time to really call for help for some shit, nobody wants to listen. No one wants to come help you because you cried wolf so many times. Be real, people. The change is going to start with you and me being serious about the shit we need to be serious about. But it's going to end with y'all figuring out what the definition of transphobic is. I'm sorry, I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him. You put yourself out there, buddy. You put yourself out there. You're lucky I don't put your Twitter on here. But, per usual, you guys know how the game works. Hit me back with your feedback. I'll reply here. I'm also uploading this video to the YouTube channel, which is up and running. As usual, hit me back on Snapchat with your comments, your replies. Also, the YouTube channel is up and working, so you can comment there. You should also add the main channel that I'll be taking most of the comments and stuff from, me and my team. Also, shout out to D. And that channel is... Man, I thought I was going to try to wrap the show up, but I keep getting feedback. One of my homeboys actually told me if he were exposed to that situation, he would try to pursue some legal action, but if it didn't work out, you know, him and old boy gonna have to be scrapping, or old girl, you know, whatever you want to call it. And the defense of it would be, really, we're two men fighting, which again, like I said, you have to educate yourself on these terms and what they truly, truly mean. So I told him that's a gray area, you know, for you, because you think you're fighting a man, but the only reason you're fighting that man is because he tricked you and he's gay. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, now we have a hate crime on our hands, and you're probably going to jail even though you were the one that were tricked in the situation. So you really have to think about how these things roll down, all based on one lie. We have one life who for the most part is in shambles right now, another life who just got beat because they were gay, and then another person who's now going to jail for a hate crime. So I guess the moral of the story is be honest. They say this truth will set you free, but the truth might save you from an ass whooping. The truth might save you from jail. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Like I said, there's a reasonable reaction and response to everything. So I'm not going to harp on it no more. I'll hear from some of y'all on Snap. I'll hear from some of you on YouTube. See you there.